to Tales from Hor'Izon, where short stories from our TTRPG world come to life. I'm your world forger Neil, and today's story is The First Skydancer. Let's begin. The sun burned high over the dunes of Arrintha, its golden light stretching endlessly across the vast, arid expanse. Beneath its gaze, the Yirralka people endured, their lives shaped by the unforgiving desert. They were swift-footed wanderers, moving from oasis to oasis, following the winds that whispered across the sands. But the desert was merciless, and even the hardiest among them could only travel so far before exhaustion claimed them. It was said that no one could outrun the dunes. No one, until Naida proved them wrong. Naida was different from the others. Where her kin walked across the dunes with careful steps, she longed to soar above them. She had watched the desert hawks ride the currents, envied the way they moved with effortless grace. She believed the wind was not a force to fight, but one to embrace. The elders laughed at her dream. The sands were not meant to be conquered, they told her. The wind was fickle, the desert cruel, but Naida was relentless. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the dunes, Naida climbed to the top of a sandstone ridge, carrying with her a frame of woven reeds and silk, dyed the color of the setting sun. She had spent moons crafting it, studying how the desert birds spread their wings. With a deep breath, she uncoiled the silken strings in her hands, let the wind catch the great sail behind her, and took off. The air roared in her ears. For a brief, terrifying moment, she faltered. Then, the skywing caught the currents, and she was flying. The dunes blurred beneath her, the world unfolding in ways she had never imagined. She twisted the strings in her grip, tilting the kite's angle, and the wind obeyed her command. It carried her down, gently depositing her onto the crest of another dune. She had done it. She had danced with the wind. Word of Naida's flight spread like wildfire. At first the elders dismissed it as luck, but when she repeated the feat, this time gliding over the dunes with a board strapped to her feet, they could no longer deny what they saw. The Yirralka gathered, watching as Naida cut through the desert like a shooting star, guiding her skywing with the grace of a bird in flight. It was not long before others sought to follow in her footsteps. Under Naida's guidance, they refined the craft. They studied the winds, wove stronger kites, built sleeker boards. They learned to ride, not just the desert gales, but the ocean breezes, taking their art to the shores. The Skydancers of Arrintha were born. Naida never sought power or recognition. To her, the dance itself was enough, the freedom of the skies, the bond with the wind. But she had changed her people forever. Generations later, when the Windrider League would spread across the world, their champions would trace their lineage back to Naida, the first Skydancer. Songs would be sung of the girl who defied the elders, who saw not a desert, but a sky waiting to be embraced. And to this day, when the winds howl through the dunes of Arrintha, some say it is Naida's spirit still dancing among them. This story takes place in Hor'Izon, a world built for tabletop role-playing. All you need is a set of dice and the Hor'Izon guidebook, coming soon. Sign up at the link in the description to stay updated. Thank you for listening, and please join us again for another Tale from Hor'Izon.